What is up, YouTube? I'm back at it with another video. So today what we're gonna be doing is lowering my truck. We're gonna be doing a 2-4 drop on it. I already installed the hangers, not the hangers, the shackles, which lowers it 2 inches. So I'll show you that too. I did it in a different video. I already did it. So here it is. How it looks right now, it's just leveled. And we're gonna be installing the hangers, and then for now I'm gonna just be cutting the front springs until I'm gonna just try it out, see how it rides, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just buy the 2-inch drop springs. So it's gonna be a 2-4 drop, and I already installed the shackles right there. And then we're gonna be installing these. I got these from a guy I know. I hit him up and he had them. So this actually raises the whole hanger up versus the stock one, which is right there. So it's lower, so it moves the placement more up. And that's what we're gonna be doing right now. So I already got the tailgate off, strapped up the bed so I can lift it up. We're gonna be taking it off. So today what we're gonna be doing is installing these 2-inch drop shackles. So normally they're like up to here, the stock ones. So I'll show you when I took them out. So it raises up 2 inches, allows the leaf spring to move up, and that's what makes the back of the truck lower 2 inches. So it makes it drop. So the shackles are right there. So right now I'm gonna show y'all where we're gonna be installing them. So how to do it. You can get these off. I got these from AutoZone. AutoZone sells these. They work for a lot of trucks. Or you can get some different ones from online, like Beltec, name brands. But I've used these a lot. That's what they right here. So never had a problem with them, so I'm gonna be using them, and they're right here at the store. So these are the ones that I'm gonna use. So just jack up the truck. So alright, so what I did is my jack didn't reach, so I got a block of wood and put it on it. So you gotta lift up the back end to let off the weight off the shackle, and then just 2 bolts on both the bottom one and then the top one, and just take it off. I'm gonna show y'all right now what I'm gonna do. Alright, so right here you can see the difference, the size. Stock one, and then this is the drop one. I already put it. Basically just there's a difference, 2 inches from right there to right there. So this side's done. Now I'm on both the other side, the other two, and take the stock one off. Put that one. What you need to do is unhook the wiring that goes to the tail lights, and then there should be 8 bolts that hold the bed. One down here, and one up here, and then 2 more in the front on each side. So I'm gonna be unbolting that, and I'll show y'all when I have the bed off. Alright guys, so I got the bed off, as y'all can see. So there's 8 bolts. There it is. I just lifted it up with the engine hoist and tied it in these 4 spots and lifted it up from the middle. Came right up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on each side, and then the connections that go right here, and you should be able to lift it up. Oh, and the 2 bolts that go on the gas thing and the little clip. So right now, what you got to do now is right here, these hangers are riveted on, so you got to take a grinder and grind these flat and then just punch them through. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now with the grinder, both sides, and then these are bolted on. These are bolted on, so let's get it cutting. Alright, so before you start unbolting the lead spring and drilling the rivets off, make sure you put some jack stands so it doesn't spring up. So we'll put that, and then now I'm gonna loosen this bolt and then start grinding the rivets. Alright guys, so I got this side done. As y'all can see, I got all of them out. Grinding all of these down. So how this drop works is basically you use the top 4 bolts and it raises this up 2 inches, so that raises and the frame drops. So this goes on like that. So I'm gonna bolt it up and then start doing the other side, and then I'll show you how once it's all bolted up and done. Alright, so I just finished doing this side. There's the piece right there, and then this side. Also, when you go to put them in, make sure you put your bolt in first under, because if you raise it up there's no hole, so you can slide it in, and then if you do it the other way it hits the frame. So before you bolt it up, make sure you put that bolt in facing out, and then just tighten it up both. Same way on the other side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now I'm gonna just be bolting it up, and then I'll show you when I have it all lined up. Alright guys, so I got it bolted up, as you can see. So we got that bolted up, and then I got this side. So that's how it looks. And now it got late on me, so tomorrow I'm gonna be doing the front. I'll be cutting the springs on the front. Right now I'm gonna be putting it on the bed, so that tomorrow I only have to do that, and then I'll show you the final product, how it comes out and shit. So right now I'll put on the bed and see how low it gets in the back. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I got late on me yesterday, so I got the back done. That's how it looks. Pretty low. And now I'm gonna move it to the front. And right now I'll be cutting the springs. I'm gonna do 1 coil, so that should give me like a 2-inch drop in the front, so it'll be a 2.4. And I'll show you pretty much same thing as I seen in my other video, what I did with the other springs on my other truck, so it's pretty much the same thing. So let's take the wheels off and start taking the springs off. Alright, so I took the wheel off. You only have to take the upper ball joint off, and then you should just, the rotor should just tilt this way, and you'll be able to take off the spring. You gotta take off the shock first and then take it off. I think I might have to unhook the sway bar link. I don't remember, but right now I'm gonna bolt the upper bar joint and then take off the shock. It's two bolts in the bottom and one in the top, and then it should just slide down. Alright, so I got them off, and right now I'm gonna be cutting them. I'm gonna be cutting them a whole coil and a half. So, cause the coil is like an inch. Well, how this one is, it's not the full extended on each side. So I'm gonna cut a coil and then a half of the other one. So it'd be like a 2.5 around there. Don't wanna go too low, because then it's gonna be too low and it's gonna rub and everything. So just a coil and a half. You should be good, because on the top it doesn't matter what side it rotates, so you just gotta place it good up the right way at the bottom side. It don't matter what side it's on the top. So coil and a half on each one. So let's get it cutting. There it is. So coil and a half. Now to do the other one. Alright, so I got them cut, coil and a half, and now to put them back in, it should come and go in easier since they're shorter. So that side that you cut, or for me, it's gonna be on the bottom, and this side's the top. The bottom, it has a little groove. I don't know if you can see right there. It's a little groove where the end of it sits, and the top, it doesn't really matter. So make sure the bottom of it is sitting right there at the end on it. So I'll put the springs on and then hook everything back up. Alright guys, so I got everything hooked up. Put the spring in, the shock, connected the sway bar link and the upper ball joint. So everything hooked up, the ABS and the brake lines, and that should be it. So right now we're gonna put the wheels back on and lower and see how it looks. So put tires on and I'll show you when it's done. Alright guys, so I kind of messed up. My calculations were a little bit off, and it dropped the truck a little bit lower than I wanted it. So I'm gonna just be putting some 2-inch drop springs. Put in some 2-inch drop springs that this guy has. I'm gonna be swapping them out. Not right now, but in like 2 weeks, I'm gonna be swapping the 2-inch drop springs so it can lift it up. Cause right now it's way too low. So here it is. Oh god dang. Just the back. But look at that. It's just sitting way too low. So there it is. I mean, it's alright for now, but once I go with the wheels I want to get, the front needs to be raised up a little more. So it doesn't rub when you hit like a hard bump. It does rub. Yeah, camera. That camera goated. But I should have just cut one coil off. It looked a little bit too like it wasn't gonna be enough. Shit, and I went way too much, so I'm gonna just be doing the 2-inch drop springs. But right now I just wanted it to be a little lower, so I just cut them off right now. But yeah, it's probably gonna be it for this video, and I'll catch y'all on the next.